else we didn't get to speak about, brother? The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court overturning.
Yes. Roe. Yes. Let's talk about that too.
Brother. Like, how you feel about that? What's your thoughts on that?
Like I said, I believe it's a good thing.
Yeah, me too.
I give all praise to the Most High for Clarence. Thomas, right? Clarence Thomas.
Yeah.
Most High put the spirit on him. He went out for bang. He said, "You know what? Before I go out, I'm gonna see what I always want to do.
Yeah.
The hell with that." You know, I 100% agree with it. I don't believe in what woman would say, my body, my body, my choice. My body, my choice.
Yeah.
I 100% disagree with that. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 6. If you didn't bring yourself into the world, if you can't control time, how can you control your birth or death? It isn't your body or choice.
Right.
There's a higher power that has your lifespan measured.
It was somewhere I just seen this one of these states, this other Florida, Texas, or California. It was one of those three of those states, but they could claim a woman could claim her unborn baby on her taxes.
Yeah, that's Texas.
Yeah, Texas. Yeah, you seen that? Yeah. They could claim the unborn baby on their taxes. Yeah, that's a bean. That's a you taking care of them while you pregnant. You trying to. That's something that has. You got to change your diet. You got to do all type. Understand what this is. This is a life form.
It's a life.
Yeah.
From conception, that's a life.
Exactly. That's spark that do.
And they even arguing, putting people on child support from the womb if you don't decide to take care of children. I like it. You know what? Because that forces you to take responsibility and to keep your Johnson, your rod inside your pants.
Yes.
Because that's going to force you. Yeah, because people say, it's an attack against us. That is an attack against you. Marriage is honorable and the bed undefiled. Whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Yeah.
So you want to take it that far? Okay, in conception, I'm going to judge you. Let's take it as far. That's how serious I am about marriage. And like I said, I know a lot of brothers, coming in like old child support, and we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
But we gotta do better. We gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? We gotta refrain ourselves from our sexual appetite. We understand it's hard. It's a lot of lusts, a lot of temptations, but we have no other choice.
Yeah.
You got a damn monkeypox running around rampant and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That shit.
Yo, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Looks like you got herpes on you. If I ever get monkeypox, you will never hear from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that shit crazy.
Yo.
They talking about a certain demographic gets it, and then it's around their mouth, their private parts.
Look crazy.
Oh man.
So that's one thing. Is it sexual disease? Is it is it by contact? I don't know. It's like up in the air.
Nah, they saying I don't know, man.
I expect never get that thing.
No.
But it gets back to the conversation concerning the overturning of Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
If you look at the history of Roe versus Wade, that was established in about 1973, and that's not even her real name, Roe.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's not her name. I forgot her name. That's just an alias that they gave to her. And it comes to find out, she was fighting for the case, for the right to legally abort. But to come to find out, she didn't even abort her child. She raised a child that she was fighting for. They used that as a Trojan horse to be able to push their agenda.
Did they use you as a trophy?
Of course. I was the big fish.
Do you think they would say that you used them?
Well, I think it was a mutual thing. I took their money and they put me out in front of the cameras and told me what to say, and that's what I'd say.
Give me an example of what you'd say.
We've gathered here today to pay homage to the children that are being aborted in this abortuary. We're doing this because abortion is wrong. And I, as the former Jane Roe of Roe versus Wade, do regret signing the affidavit for the pro-abortion camps. And that was probably about it.
It was all an act?
Yeah. I did it well, too.
Now, the agenda started earlier.
That's great.
Yep, the agenda started prior to the 1973 Roe versus Wade. That was, like I said, that was used as a Trojan horse economically to further their agenda. Not only economically,
they made it all the way to the Supreme Court.
Yes,
that's a lot of delegation and the paperwork, and that take years to get all the way up there.
Yeah.
All right, so I feel you. It was been going on, the discussion and everything, where they just got to a point to where they could get the law they wanted passed.
They used her. I forgot her name. Doesn't really matter, but the lady that they used, she did a video on it. She said, "Yo, this is not true. The overturn, like Roe versus Wade, wasn't based upon reality. They used my name. They just used me as a as a distraction, or as the public face of abortion rights, or I would say not abortion rights, murder rights, or genocide, as another angle to be able to combat the progressive factory of profits being produced on this earth. In order to slow down the production of Israelites, they had to enact certain laws to slow us down and to program our women, to engineer and program our women to kill their own race. So they had to go at it, very craftily. Yeah. Just get a little background history on this. Roe versus Wade, prior to that, you had the 1969. You had the feminist movement. You also had the sexual liberation movement. And then you also had reproductive rights. They called it reproductive rights. All of it was encased or coupled in one document when a feminist movement or feminism was passed in the big meeting. So you have a man, a doctor named Nathan Bernardson. And this happened during 1969. Okay. Nathan Bernardson was called the father of abortion, the godfather of abortion. And he has something called the 8 points on how he deceived America and accepted abortion rights. Wow. One of the points he used is he advertised and coined the statement, "My body, my choice." Women don't even know that they've been socially engineered to repeat what was advertised from a man that paid millions of dollars.
It's the same old story. They use the same plan. The plan is already written. This is how a bunch of they call them conspiracy theorists or whatever, but this is how they know they plan, because they following the script.
They following the script. And
my body, my choice. Like you said, this man wrote this when you said 69?
69. And he paid advertisement companies. Check this out. Give me that Popular Persuasions, 2 chapter 5. So, verse 70. So he actually hired an advertisement company to market the slogan, "My body, my choice," and fabricated the numbers, abortion numbers, saying that many women, pretty much illegally are aborting their children, killing them, doing it secretly, or going to another state to abort the child. Well, that wasn't the case. Yeah. It was a very extreme, small portion, extreme small number of women.
Yeah, the population. Yeah. Just like these transgenders, they changing all these laws.
Exactly.
It's a very small percentage.
It's a very small percentage
of the population that they changing the whole world.
Exactly. And the sick thing about it is, when I say small, I mean like less than 1%.
Yeah,
of women are born of babies. And the way you know how it's less than 1%, because in 1920s to 1960s, the marriage rate was at 85% or higher. So studies have shown, statistics show that if you're married, a man and a woman, what's the reason for them to abort their child? There was no sexual liberation movement. There was no feminism back then. There was the husband, the wife, and children. Yeah. So what's the reason for the woman to abort the child? And women weren't really sexually liberating themselves. They weren't having sex promiscuously like that on the open. It wasn't until you have this woman named, what's her name? She created the Cosmetology magazine. What's her name again? Find out real quick for me. The woman that created, she's the one, something Brown, I believe. She's the one that actually, she's the content creator of the Cosmopolitan magazine that women, read today.
Oh yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah, teenage girls grew up on that.
Yeah. So she's the one. I'm showing you I'm showing you the puzzle of what happened.
Yeah.
Everything happened during the same time period. It started with feminism. Then the sexual liberation movement came in place with the liberation or with reproductive rights.
Yeah.
Because feminism didn't start with reproductive rights and sexual liberation.
That's like civil rights. We started it, and now they got a bunch of people hopping on the civil rights
bandwagon. We gonna go into that
too. They connecting our movements together when we might not be all the way with a certain with other demographics or they movements or whatever.
Exactly.
But they try to combine it all together, I guess, or whatever. But we fighting for the same thing.
The same thing. Yep.
But no, we not.
You got the name? I forgot her name, but whatever. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
My brothers will find it. But so something girly, something like that. So she started pushing, and she's probably a CIA operative.
Yeah.
She started pushing. I'm going to show you how everything connects. She started pushing sexual liberation through Cosmopolitan magazine, saying that more women are having sex leisurely for recreational reasons, and they said that, and women are enjoying it. That wasn't the case. More women were married and weren't having sex promiscuously.
Yeah,
outside of marriage. That's a lie. She created that. She hired writers in New York to come up with concepts and fabricate a whole story. Yeah, she created the whole story, and they started writing articles based upon young women's experience having sex and how good it felt. Yeah. So she manipulated
little comments. It used to be like a little comments and going up and down the page, and now I understand what you're talking about.
So young women, young teenage girls started reading that in the '60s. Ellen Gurley, something Gurley, right? What's her name? Helen Gurley?
Helen Gurley Brown.
Helen Gurley Brown, that's her name. So she hired like a whole team she said, I want you to create stories, create scenarios. Even though none of this is real, but we're gonna say it's real. So they created a whole scenario and they started selling it, and women started buying into it and started having sex outside of marriage. So coupled with that, them buying into Cosmopolitan magazine and buying into that story and start to actually live out what they're reading, because then evil communication corrupted the manners. Yeah. So they start to live out the story they start to live out what people are writing for them. Yeah, they become the characters in their story.
Drill music.
Exactly.
Like kids following all this stuff like that,
exactly.
They acting it out in real life. I feel you.
So they start to live out. She became the author of women's lives, the creator of their reality. So when women started having sex, so that's when he started fabricating, saying that women are born of themselves, born of their children, which was a lie. So he put that together, fabricated the numbers, saying my rights, my body, and then that's when abortion's numbers started rising up. Now check this out. Read that.
First Ezra, chapter 5, verse 73. And by their secret plots and popular persuasions.
By their secret plots. The secret plots of the shadow government, the families, those upper echelons of those noble families that nobody knows of, that nobody ever heard of, that doesn't exist to us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not talking about the Illuminati. We're talking about people that is above that. The Illuminati is what they want us to know.
The hidden family.
There's families that don't even exist. Yeah, no. We call them shadow, that have a government, shadow government.
Yeah, exactly.
that controls everything. So, by the secret plots, there's factions of governments or secret societies that exist that manipulate the mind or manipulate the mindset of the people to stray them in their direction. So by the secret plots of the shadow governments, the governments, your FBI's, your CIA, by the secret plots go on.
And popular persuasion.
Your popular persuasion is your newspapers. Your popular persuasion is going into your media, your advertisement company, your marketing companies, Hollywood, your commercials, popular persuasions, manipulating the numbers, your statistics. They manipulate the numbers to benefit their agenda or to forward their agenda. Anything else?
And commotions.
And the commotions go on.
They hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived.
Now get me 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. So by their popular persuasion and their plots and commotion, they hindered the building. Everything, they don't care who they kill, even if their people is affected in the process of getting to us.
Okay.
They will kill their own to get to us.
Yeah, like if they had their army and we in Babylon, they still just shoot arrows and kill everybody.
Exactly.
They don't care about.
They don't give a damn.
soldiers.
Yep, exactly. They don't give a damn. It's all about keeping us from progressing.
Yeah.
And fulfilling that number.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.